Hello, friends, and thank you as always for visiting the Legend Sports Universe YouTube channel, Legend Sports Universe, where legends play forever. This is the Franchise Stars Baseball League Game of the Week for September 10th of Year 2 of the FSBL as the playoff push is upon us. The Philadelphia Phillies try to complete a 3-game sweep of the division-leading New York Mets. The Mets are sitting pretty as far as a playoff spot goes. They've got a division lead on the Expos. There you see of 4 games, but they're 11.5 up on Philadelphia. For the Phillies, though, the scenario is a bit different. The Phillies winning the first 2 games of this series has brought them within 3 games of the second wild card position in the National League behind the Pittsburgh Pirates. The Dodgers sit a half game behind the Pirates as well. So the playoffs still undecided, of course, as we go down here the final 3 weeks of the season. On the mound for the Mets, left-hander Sid Fernandez. Fernandez 12-9, a 3.23 earned run average in 28 starts this season. He will try to stop the bleeding here for the Mets a little bit. Again, the Phillies taking the first 2 games of this series. Phillies will start off sliding Billy Hamilton, last year's batting champion. Batting .290 this year, 11 homers, 53 runs batted in. He will step in first against El Cid. First pitch from Fernandez is looped down the left field line. Long run for Gilkey. Slice is foul, and Gilkey tracks it down. That's a nice play by Bernard Gilkey on a ball tailing away from him. You see the Phillies lineup: Hamilton, Rollins, and Klein. Rowland, Howard, and Samuel. Ruiz, Victorino, and Ashburn round out the setup for the Phils. In steps Jimmy Rollins. J-Roll struggling. He's batting .244. 15 homers, 57 runs batted in for the Phillies shortstop. Fastball misses inside. It's 2-0. That one's in there for a strike. 2-1 the count. Fernandez checks in the catcher, Joe Ferguson. There's the pitch. Rollins loops it out into right. That'll fall in front of Strawberry. Played it a little bit cautiously, but didn't want to let that ball get by him. So Rollins is on with a blue base hit. And the Phillies have the first base runner of the ball game. Phillies rocking the 1949 uniforms. Mets wearing the 1998 all-whites. One of my personal favorite uniforms. I love these Mets uniforms, though a lot of Mets fans disagree with me on that. But I always like these unis. So rookie Chuck Klein in there to face Fernandez. Klein batting .287, 30 homers on the year. Fastball is in there for a called strike. Fernandez takes a peek at Rollins, who goes. Throw from Ferguson, not a bad one, but Rollins gets in there ahead of it for the stolen base. Number 23 on the year for Rollins. Decent jump there. Low throw, short hopped. Lindor picked it, but was unable to get the tag on in time. So now Rollins is on second. That one misses up and in. Count goes to 3-1. Scott Rowland waits on deck. Fernandez delivers, puts the fastball past Klein. Fernandez deceptive. Hitters say the ball kind of comes out of nowhere. There's the pitch. Klein, ground ball to second. McNeil has it. Throws over to Duda. Klein is retired. Rollins moves up to third. And there are 2 outs here in the top of the first.
Batting third, the third baseman, Scott Rollins.
So in steps Rowland. Phillies third baseman, batting .237, 27 homers, 84 runs batted in. Mets hold a 4-game lead, I should say, on the Montreal Expos for the division lead. Popped up shallow right. McNeil backs out. Makes the grab, puts it away, and the side is retired. So the Phillies leave Rollins stranded on third. We head to the bottom of the first. Phillies nothing, Mets coming up. Phillies will send right-hander Ben Sanders to the mound, 15-7, a 2.68 earned run average for Sanders, who has been exceptional. 1.05 whip, he does not walk many. If you beat Sanders, you got to earn it. Here's the leadoff hitter, the Mets' designated hitter, Jose Reyes. Reyes batting .303, once again leading the National League in stolen bases. First pitch from Sanders paints the corner for strike one. There you see the Phillies, as we mentioned, getting themselves back in the thick of things for the wild card hunt. Reyes rolls over that one. Ground ball to Samuel. Throws Reyes out for the first out.
Batting second, the second baseman, number 6.
Mets lineup: Reyes, McNeil, and Beltran. Strawberry, Johnson, and Duda. Lindor, Gilkey, and Joe Ferguson. And Ferguson acquired in a trade with the Astros during the offseason. Fastball there, misses off the plate, tries to hold the swing, but they say McNeil went for strike one. Weakly grounded to first, outside first. And the foul ball, Sanders is ahead of McNeil 0-2. Sanders misses with the curveball. Shot, hot smash down there. Howard knocks it down on the backhand. Sanders covers. Howard with the flip to him. And McNeil is retired for out number 2. Nice job there by Howard to knock that ball down. Range, not Howard's strong suit. So here's Carlos Beltran, 326, 26 homers, 97 runs batted in. Terrific season for Beltran. Had a terrific year last year as well. Then suffered a knee injury down the stretch and was not part of the Mets' postseason, which saw them win the wild card game against the Dodgers before being eliminated by the eventual pennant winner Giants in the division series. Beltran, 40 doubles on the year. Swings and misses at the fastball there. Sanders is ahead of him 0-2. That fastball misses off the plate. 1-2 the count. Sanders winds and deals. Misses down low. Two-two offering. That one is pulled foul. Here's the pitch. Fastball at the top of the zone. Sanders wanted it, but it's called high. Darryl Strawberry waits on deck. There's the pitch, and Beltran lines it towards the gap in left center, slicing away. Ashburn gets over and cuts it off, but Beltran will pull in at second. Goes in sliding, throw off line, and Beltran has his 41st double of the season with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Ashburn in center, Billy Hamilton out in left. So here's Darryl Strawberry, the Mets right fielder, batting .280. He takes strike one there. Delivery here from Sanders. Strawberry holds up. Takes the strike. It's 0-2. Yes, he's Straw, 23 homers on the year for the Mets. Offering from Sanders. Curveball misses down low. It's 1-2. This National League wildcard race figures to get head down in the final week just by virtue of the number of teams involved in it. Sanders misses inside with the curveball, goes to 2-2. And the Mets hold a 4-game division lead over the Expos. Another curveball. Strawberry out in front. Just gets a tip of the bat on it to stay alive. Pitch here from Sanders. Strawberry swings and misses. Sanders strikes him out, and the side is retired. First strikeout there for Sanders. So both teams leave a man on in scoring position in the first. We head to the top of the second. Phillies and Mets are scoreless. Here's Ryan Howard to start off the top of the second. 267, 15 homers, 48 RBIs for the big Phillies first baseman. Curveball from Fernandez. In there for a called strike. Follows it up with a fastball. So that's in there as well. Count is 0-2 to Howard here to open up the top of the second. Fernandez gets the sign. There's the pitch. Curveball. Howard fouls it off. 007, how are you, sir? Hope all is good with you. Thanks for checking in. Breaking ball misses away. Fernandez throws a pair of curveballs at two different speeds to go with the fastball and the occasional slider. Puts that one outside, and that's hit the opposite way. And Howard's going to be able to run all day. Although Howard does not have much speed. So against the shift, Howard puts one out to left. His 15th double of the season. That's a good piece of hitting there from Ryan Howard. And the Phillies have the leadoff man on second. So here's Juan Samuel. Samuel batting .252. Fastball in there for a called strike. 21 homers for Samuel, who's had a power surge this season. 83 runs batted in. In a year where a few Phillies batters have tailed off from last year. Samuel has improved his output, which, combined with the contributions from rookie Chuck Klein, have kept the Phillies in it. 0-2 offering from Fernandez. Samuel chases out of the zone and fouls it off. There you saw Juan Samuel has the 6th most strikeouts of any batter in the National League. Another 0-2 offering from Fernandez. High fastball. Samuel lays off. Fernandez comes to the set, delivers fastball on the inside corner, locks Samuel up. That's strike 3. That's the first strikeout for Fernandez. And there's one away here in the top of the second. Samuel just gets locked up. He couldn't have done anything with that pitch anyway. So here's the catcher, Carlos Ruiz. Ruiz getting the start against the left-hander, batting .277. Curveball misses inside. 6 homers, 36 runs batted in for Ruiz. Shares time with Darren Dutch Dalton. Dalton, essentially a handicap against lefties. Fastball there misses down low. Count is 2-0. Ryan Howard waits on second. Ruiz pops this one up. Jeff McNeil doesn't even have to move. Well, then he does at the end. Takes a step to his left, puts the squeeze on it, and there's 2 away.
The designated hitter.
Cool, 007. So you're going to upload that one today? Certainly post in the Discord and make sure to get some eyes on that when you do that. Here's Shane Victorino. Victorino, the designated hitter, .275 so far on the season. Fastball on the outside corner. Count goes to 0-2. Pitch from Fernandez. Fastball just off the outside corner. 1-2 the count. Sid deals. Curveball misses down low. 2-2 offering. The very slow Ryan Howard waits at second. Curveball there. That is not the spot Fernandez wanted that pitch. But Victorino just able to foul it off. Another 2-2 offering. Fastball struck him out. Fernandez fans him with high heat. Down goes Victorino and down go the Phillies. So another runner is stranded in scoring position. 3 base runners so far in the game. All have been left there. We head to the bottom of the second. Phillies nothing, Mets nothing here from Shea Stadium. So here's Howard Johnson, the Mets third baseman, 310. 33 homers, 81 RBIs. Johnson had been hitting a way over his head 335 in that neighborhood for a while this season. His average started to cool off, which was expected. You don't expect Howard Johnson up at 330. Even 310 is a bit high for him. Power numbers are no shock. But Johnson has kind of leveled off around this 310 area, which has obviously been a help for the Mets offense. 1-1 offering. Swings and misses there. Sanders gets him with the fastball. It's 1-2. Wind up from Sanders and the delivery. Misses down and away. Hojo, an injury-plagued first season of the FSBL. Fastball there. Hojo turns that one, but well fouled. Johnson back. Klein going back near the wall. It's a long run, and it's out of here. Howard Johnson goes deep. The first run of the game is the 34th homer of the season for Hojo. And the Mets take a 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the second. High arcing shot to right. Johnson cranks one out off of Ben Sanders. Up into the seats above the auxiliary scoreboard. So Sanders will try to regroup here against the powerful lefty Lucas Duda. Duda batting .266, 19 homers, 61 runs batted in. Steve Tate in the house. How are you, Steve? Good to see you, sir. I hope all is well with you. Fastball there, fouled off by Duda. One offering from Sanders. Duda, ground ball to second. Samwell has it. Plenty of time to get the slow-footed Duda. There's one away.
Batting 7, the shortstop, number 12.
So in steps Francisco Lindor, who has been a huge disappointment. 223, 15 homers. He's played a fine shortstop, but 223. Mets really struggling to keep that in the lineup. He loops this one in the center, though, and that falls in front of Ashburn. So Lindor is on with the base hit. They've kept Jose Reyes as the designated hitter.
The left fielder, number 23.
Lindor's defense, as you said, has been terrific. The Mets are going to have a consideration to make, though, when the postseason arrives. Here's Bernard Gilkey. Gilkey batting .252. Fastball at the knees for strike one. Sanders comes to the set. Fastball in there for a called strike. 0-2 the count. Yes, 007. Yeah, I saw the end of the game 3. Tell you, man, losing Garcia Big deal for the Rangers, though. That's such a terrible injury because it can last for 2 days and can last for 2 months. Jam shot fouled off. Nobody's going to get there. It one hops into the seats. One-two pitch from Sanders. Fastball misses up high. Two-two pitch. Ground ball down to third. Rowland has it to second for one, but he pulls Samuel off the bag. And everybody's safe. So Scott Rowland, the sure-gloved third baseman, makes an error there, pulls Samuel off the bag, and everybody's safe, first and second. One out, here's Joe Ferguson, 265. 21 homers for Ferguson. 48 runs batted in. Again, Ferguson required last offseason. Trade that included Ed Charles, and I'm trying to remember who the pitcher was, and it's escaping me at the moment. Breaking ball misses inside. It's 2-0. Sanders comes to the set and delivers. Change up. Ferguson fouls it off. Here's the offering. High fastball. Ferguson watches it go by for a ball. There you see Reyes on deck, waiting for the order to turn over. Mets have a run in on the Johnson homer, and they've got 2 more on the bags with 1 out. Sanders misses up high for ball 4. And now Ben Sanders is up against it a bit. Bases are stacked with the speedy Reyes coming up. Reyes will be hard to double up. 0 for 1. Reyes grounded out his first time up. Takes the first pitch. It's a fastball for a called strike. Breaking ball, and Reyes hits this one well to right. Klein's going back. It's a one-hopper off the wall. That's going to score at least 2. They wave the third run around. No, he holds. 2-run score. Ferguson made the turn, but holds up. It's a 2-run double for Jose Reyes. And the Mets take a 3-0 lead here in the bottom of the second. Good move put on that ball from Reyes. That's probably a triple if he didn't have the anvil leg Joe Ferguson ahead of him. So now it's second and third for Jeff McNeil. Ground ball to short. Ferguson off on contact. Rollins was playing back a bit there. They'll concede the run to get McNeil for the second out. But it's now a 4-0 Mets lead here with 2 outs in the bottom of the second inning. Here's Carlos Beltran. Beltran doubled his first time up. Fastball misses up high. It's 1-0. Beltran's .326 average has him 6th in the National League in batting. Fastball fouled off. So as we come down the stretch here, we've got games of the week for, this is September 10th, so we'll have games of the week for the 17th, the 24th, and then October 1st would be the last day of the regular season. And basically for that one, we will do any game that has any relevance. Ground ball down to first. Howard takes it to the bag himself. And the side is retired. But the Mets strike for 4. Started off with the Howard Johnson homer. And then the 2-run double from Jose Reyes. We head to the top of the third. Mets lead at 4-0 as they try to avoid the sweep here at home. Here's Richie Ashburn. Ashburn batting .255.
Number 1.
Again, down a bit from last season's total. Phillies have had a few guys cool off this year, but a few other guys step up, as we mentioned, to counter that. 2-0 the count as Fernandez works to Ashburn. Fastball misses up high. 3-0 the count. Fastball in there for a called strike. It's 3-1. How am I doing the postseason? I mean, the same as, but I'm going to broadcast every game. Every postseason game is broadcast here on the channel. So the game of the week format thing is away. Oh, Ashburn thought he got the walk there. Umpire says no, and Ashburn will have to go sheepishly pick up the bat and step back in. It's kind of a means of keeping the pace of the season pretty good, as opposed to dragging it out, because I want to go through many, many years of this. That's why I set it up as a franchise mode and the whole style of which I do the FSBL. Ashburn, weak liner out to short. Lindor snags it for out number 1. Yeah, so the whole postseason, I do every game here on the channel for that. So the order turns over. Here's Billy Hamilton. He's 0 for 1. He flew out back in the first. I'll see what the situation is for that October 1st weekend. I may pick up the sim from the Friday of that weekend and then broadcast a bunch of relevant games, because this National League wildcard race in particular has the potential to be really interesting. Hamilton bunts, and he's on. So Slide and Billy Hamilton, a bunt base hit with 1 out here in the third, gets the Phillies a base runner. Pushed it past Fernandez, not a particularly adept fielder anyway. McNeil had too far to go. So now here's Jimmy Rollins. Rollins singled his first time up, stole the second, advanced to third on a ground out, but was left stranded. One and 0 the count as Fernandez works to Rollins. Fastball misses up high. It's 2-0. Well, I appreciate that, man. Thank you very much. I appreciate you coming in here and checking it all out. It has been a blast to do. I was very, very fortunate. The season 1 whole season and the postseason were just absolutely terrific. And you never know when you do a project like this if you're going to end up and do a game of the week and it's a dud game, or the postseason isn't exciting at all, or something like that. It's always the risk any of us who do these streams kind of take, but I have been incredibly fortunate in that regard. So Rollins pops up for the second out, and now it'll be up to the rookie Chuck Klein to see if he can do something to get Billy Hamilton home. Would not be surprised to see Hamilton try to swipe a bag here. Klein is 0 for 1. Fernandez delivers, pitch out. That's obviously thinking as I was, but Hamilton doesn't go. Here's the pitch. Now he goes on that one. Throw from Ferguson won't be in time. It's a stolen base for Slide and Billy Hamilton, his 28th of the season. Not a big lead, but a good jump. Fernandez has a fairly slow, deliberate motion. So now Hamilton gets into scoring position for Klein. Curveball misses away. It's 3-0 as Scott Rowland waits on deck. There's a pitch. Fastball misses off the plate for ball 4. So Fernandez walks Klein. It's 1st and 2nd. And here's Roland. Roland popped out his first time up. Roland made that error earlier on. That cost the Phillies in the last inning. Pops up, Lucas Duda lays out, and he almost came up with it. But Duda, unable to make the grab, Roland stays alive. It's the 0-1 offering. That's smoked into center by Roland. That's a base hit. Beltran will come up throwing, but there is no shot at getting Billy Hamilton on that. Hamilton scores. It's an RBI single for Scott Rolen, and the Phillies have cut the deficit to 4-1. Fastball down in the zone, but right down the heart of the plate, and Roland brought it back from whence it came. So now the tying run comes to the plate in the form of Ryan Howard. Howard beat the extreme Met shift with an opposite field double his first time up. Interesting to see how Fernandez deals with him here. 1-0 the count. Fernandez takes a peek out at second. Howard fouls back the fastball. It's 1-1. Here's the pitch. At the knees, they call it low. 2-1 the count. Fernandez not very hittable. He gets into problems if he starts to walk guys and fall behind. That fastball misses off the inside corner. 3-1. Juan Samuel waits on deck. Pitch from Fernandez down the heart. Changeup. Howard fouls it off. So first and second, runners will be in motion. It's a full count with 2 outs. There they go. Delivery from Fernandez. Howard swings and misses through the fastball. Fernandez gets him, and the side is retired. But the Phillies do get a run home on the RBI single from Scott Rolen, who magically loses his eye black on the replay. We'll head to the bottom of the third. Mets 4, Phillies 1. So here's Darryl Strawberry to lead things off for the Mets. Straw struck out his first time up. Breaking ball, and Strawberry hits it deep to right. Klein goes back. He'll look up, and that one is out of here. Into the Mets bullpen. Darryl Strawberry, home run number 24 on the season. And the Mets get the run back they just conceded as Strawberry takes Sanders deep to extend the lead back to 5-1. Strawberry turned this one around, and everybody in the park knew it. Out into the Mets bullpen. And now, here's the man who hit the first home run of the game, Howard Johnson. Johnson hit a solo shot in the second. It turned into a 3-run inning. Second home run of the series, his 34th of the season. Haven't seen bullpen action yet, but it's a struggle right now for Ben Sanders. Fastball misses up high. Sanders winds and delivers. Curveball misses outside. It's 2-0. Again, the Phillies took the first 2 games of this series to get themselves back within 3 games of a wild card spot behind the Pirates. Pirates have a half-game lead on the Dodgers, who sit in between. Entering play today. Fastball there, swung on and missed. It's 2-1. Offering from Sanders. Hojo pulls it down to first. Howard has it, flips to Sanders, covering for the first out. So Johnson is set aside. That'll bring up Lucas Duda. Duda 0 for 1, grounded out his first time up. And Sanders delivers a fastball for a called strike. Big news around the league. Our last broadcast, the September 3rd game of the week between the Yankees and the Red Sox. The Yankees have lost rookie Whitey Ford, who won his 20th game in that start. He left the game early, diagnosed with a partially torn pectoral muscle that will keep him out at least through the end of the regular season. Sanders gets Duda there on the changeup for his second strikeout. The Yankees are hopeful that if they can make a deep postseason run that Ford could possibly return. But that is at best in doubt. Obviously a huge crimp in the Yankees' championship aspirations. The Yankees' idea was to pair Ford with Ron Guidry. Top that rotation in the postseason. 1-0 offering from Sanders. Lindor grounds it to short. Rollins ranges to his left, throws quickly, gets Lindor, and the side is retired. But the Mets pick up another run on the Darryl Strawberry home run. We're a third of the way through here at Shea. Mets 5, Phillies 1. So here's Juan Samuel. Samuel struck out his first time up. He's 1 for 10 in the series. Fastball misses down low. It's 1-0. There's a changeup off the plate. So Fernandez has the comfort of a 5-1 lead here. Falling behind a 3-0 hitter in that situation, not what you want to be doing. Carlos Ruiz swings in the on-deck circle for the Phillies. There's the pitch at the knees, a called strike. Fernandez delivers again. Fastball swung on and missed. So he's battled back from 3-0 to 3-2 here against Samuel. Ferguson sets up away. Fernandez delivers. That one shot out to second. One hopper. No, it caught before it hit the ground. McNeil looked like even he wasn't sure whether he had gotten it before it hit the dirt, but saw the umpire ring it up. For the out, there's one away. Here's Ruiz. He's 0 for 1. He popped out in the second. High fastball. Tries to hold up. They say he went. There's a delivery. Fouled off to the right-hand side. So Fernandez ahead of Ruiz 0-2. There's the pitch. Curveball. Ruiz skies it to right. Strawberry coming on. He'll get there. Puts it away for the second out of the inning.
Now batting, number 8.
So that'll bring up the designated hitter, Shane Victorino. Victorino 0 for 1. He struck out his first time up. Fastball in there for a called strike. Out of town scoreboard. Blue Jays lead the Orioles 1-0 in Toronto in the fourth. The change up there, swung on and missed by Victorino. Indians and Tigers tied at 1 in the fourth. The Tigers have done a job on Cleveland, sweeping them last weekend, and now they're playing again. Twins and Angels will play later. Fastball there, gets Victorino, so good morning, good afternoon, good night. Sets Victorino aside, and the Phillies are unable to do anything. We are in the bottom of the fourth. Mets lead it 5-1. Get back to that out-of-town scoreboard as Gilkey steps in. Expos and A's will play later.
The left fielder, number 23.
It's not showing me the pitching matchup. Rays in Seattle to face the Mariners. Astros and Rangers just underway in Texas in the first. No score there. Here's a ground ball to second. Samuel throws out Gilkey. There's one away. Yankees up 5-0 on the Red Sox. Jorge Posada, first inning grand slam for the Yankees. Again, I decided not to do that broadcast for this week. Not just because I broadcast it yesterday, but both those teams, regardless of who wins that division, both of those teams are pretty much locked for the playoffs. The Red Sox are the first wild card right now, and they have an 11.5 game lead over the third place team for the wild card. So the gap between the Red Sox and the Twins, who have the second wild card, is huge. It's like 7 games. So the Red Sox are comfortable, regardless of whether they catch the Yankees for the division lead or not. So this game does seem to have more at stake, with the Phillies having gotten within 3 of the National League wild card, which is so tightly packed. So a 1-out single to left for Joe Ferguson. Order will turn over. It has been a tough slog for Sanders. 6 hits through 3 1/3. 5 runs, 4 of them earned. Order turns over for the Mets. Here's Jose Reyes. Change up on the outside corner for strike 1. Sanders gets the sign. Here's the pitch. In there for a called strike. It's 0-2. There's the offering. Reyes slashes it through the hole for a base hit. Ferguson will hold at second. 0-2 pitch there. Sanders is going to wish he had that one back. That pitch was out of the zone. Reyes went down and got it and shot it through the hole between Rowland and Rollins. So here's Jeff McNeil. McNeil is 0 for 2. Fastball misses off the inside corner. That looked like a good pitch from Sanders. McNeil grounded out twice. One of those drawing in a run. There's the pitch. At the knees for the strike. George McQuillan and Kid Gleason, a pair of right-handers, throwing out in the Phillies bullpen. That pitch is a ball. 2-1 the count. Sanders trying to battle through here without his best stuff. So far has been unsuccessful. High fastball. McNeil chases, gets the count to 2-2. There's a number. Sanders off the mound. Throws to first, and he's not able to get him. McNeil does not run great, but that ball was dribbled kind of into no man's land there towards the third baseline. Rowland had gone to the bag. Sanders was left to play it himself. And that's going to be it for Ben Sanders. So Sanders pitches, gives up 2 home runs. A little bit of bad luck certainly hurt him as well, but not with his best stuff today. Sanders exits here in the 4th. We'll see who the Phillies turn to. It's going to be George McQuillan. McQuillan, recent call-up. He's only made 2 appearances. He's allowed 3 runs in 3 innings of work. There's the pitch, roped right at Rollins. Makes the grab, and everybody's able to get back. So Beltran hits that one on the button. but right at Rollins. Now McQuillan will try to get Strawberry to get out of this jam. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Strawberry already has a homer in this one as Dwayne March, YouTube Network, joins us. How are you, Dwayne? Good to see you, buddy. Hope all's good. Fastball misses inside. One 0 offering coming from McQuillan. Curveball down in the dirt, blocked nicely. And there's a miscommunication. Reyes broke, Ferguson did not. And I don't know if, I have never seen that. I don't know if Reyes thought Ferguson was going to go and Ferguson was right there. That didn't get away. I don't know if Reyes forgot there was a runner on third, but that's a huge blunder from Jose Reyes. And it runs the Mets out of a bases-loaded situation. They still lead 5-1, but they certainly could have blown this game out of reach there. Here's Richie Ashburn to open up the top of the 5th. Fly ball to right. Strawberry takes a step to his right. Circles back underneath it and puts it away for out number 1.
Now batting, the left fielder, Billy Hamilton.
Here's sliding Billy Hamilton, 1 for 2 with a single and a run scored. Fastball in for a called strike. Curveball at the knees. Fernandez ahead of Hamilton 0-2. You see the Giants' Willie Mays has increased his National League leading home run total to 45. Mays missed a couple of weeks of the season as well with an MCL sprain. Ground ball weakly hit down to third. Johnson has it. Throw over to first. And there's 2 down. So in steps Jimmy Rollins. Rollins 1 for 2. He singled back in the first. Here's the pitch. Fly ball to right. Towards the gap, but it'll stay. Strawberry gets there, puts it away. And the side is retired. So we've reached the midway point here at Shea. Mets trying to avoid the sweep. Phillies trying to stay in the wild card hunt, but they trail it 5-1.
Leading up for the Mets, the right fielder, Darryl Strawberry.
So in steps Darryl Strawberry. Strawberry was stranded at the plate, and Jose Reyes apparently just didn't realize that Joe Ferguson was ahead of him on the base paths. Either that or he just thought the wild pitch had gotten past Carlos Ruiz and that Ferguson would break for home. Either way, the end result was Reyes being nabbed at third. And Strawberry now gets, for all intents and purposes, a do-over. Changeup misses inside. Count goes 3-0. Howard Johnson waits on deck. McQuillan delivers. Swing and a miss. Strawberry swinging 3-0. Looking to unload. Marlins all over the Braves. 7-0 in the 5th. Hanley Ramirez, his 38th home run of the season there. Strawberry draws the walk. Cubs and Reds tied at 2 in the 5th. Dodgers and Rockies will play later. Again, the Dodgers enter play today only a half game behind the Pirates for that second wild card spot as Howard Johnson steps in. Fastball in there for a called strike. Cardinals lead the Padres 2-0 in St. Louis. Jimmy Edmonds has hit his 29th home run. Brewers up on those Pirates 5-0, so that certainly helps the Phillies. Robin Yount, his 16th home run of the season from Milwaukee. Pitch from McQuillan, misses down low. 1-2 the count. Curveball misses inside. So the count sits at 2-2. Pitch from McQuillan, misses up high. Lucas Duda waits on deck for the Mets. Here's the pitch. Johnson scalds it. Diving stop. Nice play by Samuel. No shot at the double play, but a terrific play from Juan Samuel just to knock that down. Johnson hit that ball like a bullet. Well done by Samuel. Even Strawberry giving him props there. Straw safe at second, though. 1 out. Here's Lucas Duda. Duda is 0 for 2. Fastball on the outside corner for strike 1. Fastball comes inside. Duda swings and misses. He's tied in knots, and the count goes to 0-2. Here's the pitch. Change up off the plate. Curveball misses down and in. Two and two the count. Here's McQuillan, works to Duda. Duda goes golfing for a low one. Skies it, hits it well to left, but it'll stay in the park. Hamilton's under it, puts it away for out number 2, runner will hold. Given where that pitch was, Duda did a good job putting a decent charge into that one. Here's Lindor. Lindor's 1 for 2. Fastball at the knees for strike 1. There's a fastball. Lindor skies it to center. Ashburn sets underneath it, puts it away, and the side is retired. So the Mets leave Strawberry stranded. We'll head to the top of the 6th here at Shea. Mets lead at 5-1. Klein, Rowland, and Howard, the heart of the Phillies order, due up in the 6th. Chuck Klein is 0 for 1.
The right fielder, Chuck Klein.
Also drew a walk in the 3rd. Curveball doesn't curve. Just kind of floats in there for ball 1 inside. Fernandez delivers. Klein fouls it off. Fernandez delivers. This one popped up the chute. Ferguson sheds the mask. Puts it away for the first out. So Klein will trudge back to the dugout. Here's Scott Rowland. Rowland had an RBI single earlier. Drove in the Phillies' only run to this point. He is 1 for 2 on the day. Fastball there, swung on and missed for strike 1. Rowland 4 homers in his last 8 games. Hoping to get hot late. Fastball misses off the plate. It's 1-1. Ferguson signals he wants it up high. Fernandez obliges, misses the zone fairly wildly there, though. Forward ball goes to 2-1. Curveball there is fouled up. 2-2 the count. Delivery from Fernandez, grounded down to first. Duda has it, takes it to the bag himself for the second out.
The first baseman, number 6, Ryan Howard.
So that'll bring up Ryan Howard with 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. Howard 1 for 2. He doubled back in the second. First pitch from Fernandez is in there for a called strike. Sid Fernandez has had an excellent year as part of this terrific Mets rotation. Seaver, Kuzman, Cone, Fernandez, and Syndergaard have all been terrific. Seaver was actually the one struggling early, but he's righted that ship. Fastball there out of the zone. Howard chases, strikes out to end the 6th. Mets will send up Gilkey, Ferguson, and Reyes. Bottom half of the 6th. Here at Shea Stadium, Mets lead it 5-1. So here's Gilkey. Gilkey is 0 for 2.
The left fielder, number 23.
There's the pitch. Fastball misses down low. It's 1-0. Clee baseball fan. Hey there, Tim. 3 p.m. on Tim's channel. Game 2 of the 2007 ALDS Indians Red Sox. I will join that late as I have my news desk meeting for work at 3 o'clock every day, but I will check in on that afterward.
The batter, the catcher.
Fly ball there, grabbed by Hamilton for the first out. Here's Joe Ferguson. Ferguson 1 for 1. He's got a single, scored a run, drew a walk as well. Curveball misses the zone. Got a change up down low. Ferguson fouls it off. Yes, the favorite alien watcher. Very good. Fastball there, misses the top of the zone. 2-1 the count. McClellan wants to know where that one was. Not sure he bought it, but he'll deal with it, largely because he has no choice. 2-1 the count. Change up there at the knees. There's a shot down to third. Rowland. Nice diving play. Scott Rowland. That's more like the Rowland that we know. Robs Ferguson of an extra base hit down the line. That's as beautiful as it gets. Scott Rowland with a diving grab there to rob Joe Ferguson of an extra base hit. There's 2 down here in the bottom of the 6th. Reyes goes for the drag bunt, but bunts it foul. Reyes 2 for 3, a single, a double, 2 RBIs. Fastball there, again went for the bunt. Missed it, so now the count is 0-2. Curveball misses inside. That one looped out in the left. Hamilton coming on, Rollins going out. Rollins gets there, puts it away, and the Mets are turned aside in the bottom of the 6th. So we head to the 7th. McClellan's done a nice job in relief of Ben Sanders, but the Phillies unable to do much so far against Sid Fernandez, who starts the 7th here at 84 pitches to face Juan Samuel. Samuel is 0 for 2. He's 1 for 11 in the series. Fastball just misses off the plate. It's 1-0. Fernandez delivers. Fastball in there for a called strike. There's the pitch. Popped up on the infield. Lindor on the dirt. Now on the grass just in front of second base. Puts it away, and there's one down.
The batter, the catcher, Carlos Ruiz.
So that'll bring up Carlos Ruiz. 0 for 2. He is flown out and popped out. Fernandez delivers. Curveball in there for a called strike. As a Mets fan who grew up watching Sid Fernandez, I always used to laugh at the fact that the Mets would always try, because Sid had back and knee issues that ultimately ended up kind of cutting his effectiveness a bit short. So the Mets wanted Sid Fernandez to lose weight. That ball weakly lined through the hole there at first. In the right field, it's a single for Carlos Ruiz. And every time Sid Fernandez would try to lose weight, Sid Fernandez was nowhere near as effective. His delivery was very deceptive, and the ball kind of shot out of nowhere on you. And he threw fairly hard, so the ball kind of got on you out of nowhere. And you had a very late pickup on it, which is why Sid, at least relatively recently, this was still true, had the lowest batting average against of anyone in history other than Nolan Ryan. He wasn't very hittable, but he would walk some guys, and he didn't go deep into games. But anytime they try to get Sid to lose weight, he'd kind of stink up the joint, and then they'd have to wait for him to get fat again. So 1-2 the count as Fernandez works to Victorino. Misses with the fastball inside. It's 2-2. Throw inside, and it hits him. So Victorino gets plunked with the curveball, and now it's first and second. Here's Richie Ashburn. Ashburn 2 for 2. He's flown out and lined out. Turns this one around, but foul. There's one out in the center. Beltran is over. Waits for it to come down. Makes the grab. Gets the throw in. The runners will hold. So the order turns over now. Two down. Here's sliding Billy Hamilton. Hamilton is 1 for 3. He's got a single and a run scored. Again, Hamilton, the National League batting champion a year ago. Solid campaign this year, but not at that level. Takes a changeup off the plate. It's 1-0. Rick Reed, the right-hander. Pedro Feliciano, the left-hander, throwing in the Mets bullpen. Fastball at the knees for a strike. It's 1-1. Here's the pitch. And Hamilton lines it into center. That's a base hit. Beltran coming on. Runner being waved around. Beltran's throw a little bit up the first baseline. Ruiz comes around to score. And the Phillies are on the board for another. It's now 5-2. That was the 100th pitch of the day for Fernandez, which is probably about the end of his rope. He's going to get to face Rollins, though. Rollins is 1 for 3. Not sure I agree with this decision to leave Sid in at this point. And Rollins, a switch hitter. If I remember correctly, a bit weaker from the right-hand side. So that explains that. Chuck Klein stands in the on-deck circle. Kind of thinking that Rollins may be the last hitter that Fernandez faces regardless. Pulls this one foul. I think Feliciano would probably get Klein if Rollins gets on. There's a shot down to first. Duda has it. He'll take it to the bag, and the side is retired. But Billy Hamilton inches the Phillies closer. 7th inning stretch time here at Shea. We head to the bottom of the 7th. 5-2 Mets. No, the Mets did not try that with Bartolo Colon. Well, once Colon showed the power, they decided that it was all right that he was morbidly obese. So in steps Jeff McNeil. McNeil 1 for 3. Single and an RBI. McNeil has turned things into a platoon situation with Edgardo Alfonso at second base. First pitch fastball in there for a called strike. McNeil, that 385 against lefties is inflated because I know that McNeil does not have many at-bats against lefties. Ground ball to first. Howard has it. Flips it to McQuillan, who's done a terrific job in relief of Ben Sanders for the first out here in the 7th. So that'll bring up Carlos Beltran. Beltran 1 for 3. He doubled back in the first. That fastball misses. It's 1-0. Jim Messier, the right-hander. Also, I should say 2 right-handers. Jim Messier and Ryan Madsen both throwing out in the bullpen. Phillies acquiring Jim Messier in a trade with the Rays. Curveball there on the outside corner for strike 1. Another curveball. Beltran flies it to left. Got it off the end of the bat. Hamilton waits for it. Puts it away for out number 2.
Now batting, the right fielder.
That day yesterday, Jeff Kent, 7 RBIs for the Giants against the Diamondbacks. The Giants, since the All-Star break, have just been unconscious. At one point, they were 27-3 coming out of the break. They've cooled off a little bit since then, but Twins back within a half a game of the Indians in the American League Central. Again, the Twins led that division by 10.5 at the All-Star break. Strawberry pops up. Ryan Howard waits for it, puts it away, and the side is retired. So McQuillan doing his part to keep the Phillies in this one. He's kind of shut down the Mets since he came in.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Mets.
So starting here in the 8th for the Mets, Pedro Feliciano, 1-1, a 5.27 earned run average. 17 appearances, only 13 2/3 innings. So Feliciano really been coming in to deal with a couple of tough lefties
Leading off for Philadelphia,
most of the time.
the right fielder, Chuck Klein.
This man qualifies. Rookie Chuck Klein. He's 0 for 2. Walked in the 3rd. Fastball at the knees for strike 1. Feliciano delivers. This is down low. It's 1-1. There you see the Mets closer, Jesse Orozco, the only man out in the bullpen now. Change up, swung on a miss down low. It's 1-2. Hanley Ramirez has hit 2 homers for the Marlins as they rout the Braves. Hanley Ramirez up to 39 homers this season. Just an outstanding campaign for the Marlins shortstop. Clearly benefiting from having rookie Gary Sheffield hitting behind him. 2-2 count as Feliciano works to Klein. Klein fouls off the slider. Here's the pitch from Feliciano. Klein sends it the other way, down the left field line, slicing foul. Two-two count here in the top of the 8th. Klein fooled by the slider, swings and misses. Feliciano sets Klein aside. First batter he faces, and there's 1 out here in the top of the 8th. That big sweeping slider from Pedro Feliciano gets Chuck Klein for the first out. Here's Scott Rowland. Rolling 1 for 3. He had an RBI single earlier. Takes a curveball there for ball 1. There's the pitch. Changeup floats in just below the knees. Two and 0 the count. That one is a called strike. Fairly similar spots, but the curveball gets the eye of the umpire a little bit better. Fastball on the outside corner. It's 2-2. Slider rides inside. Ryan Howard waits on deck. Nolan pulls this one foul. Delivery from Feliciano. Rolling, hits it well to center. Beltran going back. Looks like he has a beat on it. Tracks it down shy of the track. 4 out, number 2. So Rolling hit it well, but also hit it to the deepest part of the yard. So here's Ryan Howard. Howard 1 for 3. Double back in the second. Fastball there misses up high. It's 1-0. Fastball misses down low. So now it's 2-0 to Ryan Howard. Feliciano gets the sign and delivers. Changeup off the plate. 3-0 the count. Juan Samuel waits on deck for the Phillies. We got a run last inning. Closed the deficit a little bit. Fastball in there for a called strike. It's 3-1. Howard taking all the way. Here's the pitch from Feliciano, and Howard hits it well to right. Strawberry's going back. He's at the track, puts it away, and the side is retired. So Howard hit it well, but not well enough. We head to the bottom half of the 8th. Mets 5, Phillies 2. Here's Howard Johnson back in the second. Hojo hit a solo home run, his 34th of the year. George McQuillan's going to continue to go for the Phillies. On in relief of Ben Sanders, McQuillan has done a terrific job, giving the Phillies a chance to try to get back in this game. They just have been unable to do so. Fastball at the knees is a called strike. He's ahead of Howard Johnson, 0-2. Hojo goes the other way. Billy Hamilton breaking back on it, but it's slicing away from him and over his head. One hopper off the wall, and Howard Johnson will pull in the second with a stand-up leadoff double, his 30th of the season. Hamilton broke back on it well, but Hojo put a good jolt into that one, and it was slicing away from Hamilton. So now here's Lucas Duda. We'll try at a minimum to have a productive out here. He takes strike 1 at the knees. Duda's 0 for 3. He flew out in the 5th. That one is pulled foul. It's 0-2. Here's the pitch. Fastball up high. Duda fouls it off to stay alive. American League RBI leaders. Jimmy Fox leads the way with 126. His teammate Mark McGwire has 119. Jeff Bagwell at the Astros at 117. Ken Griffey Jr. at 98. And Bernie Williams, who has had a really torrid last 2 months, is up to 96 for the 5th spot. Curveball misses. It's 2-2. Ricky Henderson in the A's once again leading all of baseball in steals with 48. Change up there gets due to fishing. McQuillan strikes him out. That's his first strikeout since coming on. And that'll bring up Francisco Lindor. Lindor 1 for 3, single and a run scored. Curveball misses away. It's 1-0. Again, it is September 10th, here in year 2 of the Franchise Stars Baseball League. Lindor fouls this one off. Coming down the stretch. Again, going into the last weekend of the season, we'll probably do a few extra broadcasts depending on the playoff situations. Fastball there, misses inside. It's 2-1. And then every game of the FSBL postseason will be broadcast here on the channel. Chopped down to first. Howard has it. He'll take this one himself. Lindor is retired for out number 2. I can only hope that this year's postseason is able to come close to living up to the postseason of year 1. If you are newly exposed here to the Franchise Star Baseball League, first of all, thank you much for checking in. Check out all of the first postseason. All those games are available here on the channel if you go back a couple months in the history. There's Bernard Gilkey, and there's a base hit in the left. Sneaks that one past Roland. Johnson comes around to score, and the Mets tack one on here. Bernard Gilkey with the RBI single makes it 6-2. Curveball there. That one put just past a diving Scott Rowland in the left, and Hojo was able to walk home. So now here's Joe Ferguson. Ferguson is 1 for 2. He's also walked. Fastball misses up high. It's 1-0. McQuillan delivers. Ferguson takes. That looked like a good pitch, but he's calling the ball. 2-0 the count. Change up there, pulls the string on it, and Ferguson ends up well out in front. Two-one offer incoming. Misses up high. It's 3-1. Jose Reyes waits on deck. Here's the pitch. Fastball in there for a called strike. The count goes full. See what the Mets can do. Now the lead has gotten up to 4. If they're still going to elect to bring Orozco in for the 9th. Or if perhaps they will let Feliciano or another reliever ride this out. There's the pitch on the corner. Strike 3 called. Ferguson is rung up. And that retires the side. But the Mets get another run. We'll head to the top of the 9th. Samuel Ruiz and Victorino due up for the Phillies. They trail it 6-2. So Rick Reed, who we saw was warming up when Feliciano was warming up, will get the opportunity to close this one out. Reed has been outstanding. 4-8 at 2.26 earned run average. Reed, a extreme control pitcher. Can't crack the rotation with this Mets group, so the Mets have made him a reliever. Slider at the knees for strike 1. Jay Sow has started to throw in the Mets bullpen along with Jesse Orozco just in case things start to go a little sideways. Fastball. swung on and missed. It's 0-2. That one rolls weakly outside the third baseline. Here's the pitch. Just off the outside corner with the changeup. It's 1-2. Curveball there locks up Samuel. Reed strikes him out for the first out here in the top of the ninth.
Now batting, the catcher, Carlos.
Samuel got that front foot down, realized it wasn't what he was looking for, and just got locked up. So here's Carlos Ruiz. Ruiz 1 for 3. I'm actually realizing that should probably pinch hit for Ruiz here. We'll let Darren Dalton.
Your attention,
A lefty hit for Ruiz. Get the team select back in place.
pinch hitting for the Phillies.
So Dalton hitting only .228 this year. Does have 16 homers though, along with 38 RBIs. He and Ruiz largely in a platoon situation. Fastball misses down low. It's 2-0. And 007 hoping for some ninth inning magic here from the Phillies. Dalton puts a charge into that one, but foul as he's well out in front of the curveball. Count goes to 2-1. Reed delivers. Fastball fouled off the other way. It's 2-2. Brewers have opened up a 7-0 lead on the Pirates. Every game is so crucial for the Pirates, who have lost the division lead in the NL Central. The Cardinals are starting to create some distance there. Pirates trying desperately to cling to that second wild card spot. Dalton flies out to Beltran, and the Phillies are down to their final out here in the top of the ninth. It's Shane Victorino. Victorino will get pinch hit for as well, I think. Probably makes the most sense. We'll give Don Hurst, because Bo is not a particularly great hitter. We'll let Don Hurst bat for Victorino here, I think.
Your attention.
Hurst, a recent call-up, not many at bats, only batting 178. But we'll put him in here to get a shot at Rick Reed. Not as though Victorino is having a great season either anyway. He was doing very well. Then we would have, of course, left him in there. We don't get too crazy about the righty-left platoon, but Hurst's sample size is so small that 178 doesn't really deter much. Fouls back the fastball. It's 1-1. Pitch from Reed, change up at the knees. Hurst fouls it off. And the Phillies are down to their final strike. Reed gets the sign from Ferguson. Down in the dirt, Hurst lays off. 2-2 pitch. Off the outside corner, ball 3. Richie Ashburn waits on deck. Two outs, full count as Reed works to Hurst. There's the pitch. Curveball gets him. Second strikeout of the inning, and Rick Reed wraps things up for the Mets, who avoid the sweep. They take the finale of this 3-game set. So the Phillies come in to face the division leaders. They do take 2 out of 3. They've put themselves in a little bit of a better position in the wild card chase as they try to hunt down the Pirates and the Dodgers. But the Mets do get the finale, backed by 2 home runs from Howard Johnson and Darryl Strawberry, and a strong start from Sid Fernandez. We'll check the out-of-town scoreboard and see where the standings are as play will come to a close here on September 10th. Very excited Billy Hamilton there. Final line score, Mets 6 runs, 10 hits, no errors. Phillies 2 runs, 6 hits, 1 error. Sid Fernandez improves to 13 and 9. Ben Sanders falls to 15 and 8. Not able to make it out of the 4th. George McQuillan, a fine job in relief to keep the Phillies in this one. But the Mets come out of here with the victory. So, we'll get out of this game and take a look at the rest of the results from the day, and then we'll check in on the playoff standings as play comes to a close. I think we had simmed all the games for today, right? Yes. All right, so we'll go around the league. Yankees defeat the Red Sox 6-0 at Fenway. They got a grand slam from Jorge Posada there, so the Yankees will extend their lead in the American League East over the Red Sox. Again, the Red Sox in fine position in the first wild card spot. They've got a cushion, but of course they don't want that wild card game. They want to try to win the division, which they had led until the end of August. The Yankees again won 14 straight to wrap up August and overtake the Sox there. Blue Jays defeat the Orioles 5-4. In Toronto, Timlin gets the win. Williamson takes the loss. Mark Eichhorn saved number 38 for the Blue Jays. The Tigers defeat the Cleveland Indians 4-1. Strong work from Mickey Lolich. George Uhl takes the loss for the Indians. Mike Henneman, his third save there. The Tigers have gotten themselves into the playoff hunt as well, and Cleveland has started to cool down a little bit, giving the Twins, who blew a 10.5 game lead in the division, some thought that they might be able to have a shot at coming back to take the division. The White Sox try to keep their playoff hopes alive in a wild card hunt. They defeat the Royals 8-6 in Kansas City. Reb Russell with the win. Kevin Appier takes the loss. Bobby Jenks picks up the save. Aforementioned Twins go into California. They defeat the Angels 3-2. Jim Cott wins his 12th. Irvin Santana falls to 10-10. Glenn Perkins, his 38th save for the Twins. A slugfest out in Oakland, and usually that means an A's victory. Not this time. The Expos win at 11-10. 32 combined hits between the teams. Jeff Facero with the win. Raleigh Fingers takes the loss. Jeff Reardon, his 38th save. It seems like everybody has 38. Reardon closes it out for the Expos. Expos keeping pace with the Mets in the National League East. Rays defeat the Mariners 6-2 in Seattle. Rolando Araujo with the win. Jim Beattie takes the loss. Diego Castillo, his second save for the Rays. Rangers defeat the Astros 2-1 in Texas. Jim Curran gets the win in relief. Bob Knepper takes the loss for the Stros. Marlins beat up on the Braves 11-1 down in Atlanta. Anibal Sanchez gets the win. John Smoltz, in the midst of a disappointing season, takes the loss. Logan Hensley takes the first save for the Marlins. Saw the game here. Mets with the 6-2 win. In Cincinnati, the Cubbies trying to make a last-minute push to 500. Get the win over the Reds 8-2. Claude Passot gets the win there, but Bob Ewing, takes the loss for the Reds. The Pirates, hoping to hold on to the playoff spot, the second wild card, fall to Milwaukee as the Brewers try to stay in the wild card hunt. 8-0 in Milwaukee. Chase Anderson with the win. Bill Swift takes the loss. That's Bill V. Swift, not Billy Swift of the Mariners and Rangers fame. Takes the loss there for the Pirates. In St. Louis, the Cardinals with a 2-0 win at Busch Stadium over the Padres. Max Lanier gets the win there. He wins his 10th of the season. Andy Bennis takes the loss for the Padres to fall to 10-13. In Arizona, the D-backs defeat the Giants 3-1. Ian Kennedy with the win there. Larry Jansen loses his 14th for the Giants. Byung-Hyun Kim saves his 26th. And in L.A., the Dodgers defeat the Rockies 4-2 behind Van Mungo. Julius Chassin loses his 13th for the Rockies. Takashi Saito picks up save number 41. So the combination of the Dodgers win and the Pirates loss should put the Dodgers into that wild card spot. Let's take a look at things as we go around the standings there. So again, the Expos keep pace with the Mets. Mets still 4.5 up in the National League East. In the Central, the Cardinals are now up 7 on the Pirates. Cardinals have won 5 in a row. Pirates dropped their last 2 in Milwaukee. In the West, the Giants lead the Dodgers by 12. The Dodgers have won 4 in a row. But the Giants, again, such a hot streak. They are coming out of the All-Star break. They won 27 of 30 at one point to go and build that gap up. National League wild card race, the Expos have the first spot. The Dodgers have vaulted the Pirates into the second wild card position. They lead that by a half game over Pittsburgh. The Phillies 3.5 games. The Brewers now only 3.5 games out in that second wild card spot. The Marlins and Reds at 5. The Braves are still only 6 games out of a wild card spot. Again, you're running out of time. 144 games left, so you've got 18 games left on the schedule to make up 6. Still a tough road for them. The Cubbies at 9.5. Just too many teams to vault, and the Cubbies just have never shown a sign that they could get that hot streak going that they would need to get there. In the American League, the Yankees now lead the White Sox by 5 games in the AL East. In the Central, the Indians' lead over the Twins is now down to a half a game. Indians have dropped 5 in a row, just got swept by the Tigers. Twins have won 3 in a row as they sweep the Angels. So the Twins trying to get back into that division lead. See, the Indians hoping to avoid getting forced into that wild card spot. The White Sox have won 7 of 10. The Tigers have won 4 in a row. Tigers back to 500 as they try to stay in the wild card hunt, though on the fringe of it. The A's have clinched. The rest of that division has no playoff hope at all. So the Twins are the second wild card. Again, the Red Sox are 4 games up on the Twins for the top wild card spot. And then the Twins are up 5.5 on the White Sox. So the Red Sox are 9.5 games clear of a wild card spot. So the Red Sox are comfortable. They would just rather win the division, of course. White Sox 5.5 out in the wild card. Tigers 7.5 out. Orioles, the only other team in single digits, at 9 games back. So that'll conclude this one. I greatly appreciate you guys joining me here. 007 will have a broadcast posted on his channel later on. Dwayne Martz, Dwayne, if you're broadcasting, let us all know. Our good friend Tim, Clee Baseball fan, will have a game going on his channel at 3 p.m. Be sure to check out that broadcast. Let me see, did I miss anybody? I think that was it for the live viewers. Steve Tate was here as well. Sorry about that. Almost forgot that Steve had popped in. He was early on in the broadcast, but always good to see Steve check in to things here as well. I greatly appreciate it, guys. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your day. We'll be back with another broadcast. Probably not till tomorrow. I don't think I'm going to have one late. If I have any time when I get home from work tonight to do a late one, it's probably going to be a football project update about maybe how I'm doing the playbooks for the Franchise Stars Football League project. So enjoy the rest of your day, and I will talk to you all soon.